Hi, Gary from House Magazine. We've actually had the pleasure of Neil from Terraclean in Bournemouth come to visit us once again. I still have my A4 and Neil has done not only the general Terraclean on the car but also an EGR valve clean because my EGR was completely blocked up.
What's an EGR, Gary?
So the EGR is a valve that you absolutely Why did you have to do that?
I'm keeping this in.
Okay. An EGR valve is something that gets carbonised quite badly and affects... Neil, why don't you tell us what an EGR valve is, please, and then you can give our... Should we start again? Hi, Gary from House Magazine. We've had the pleasure of Neil from Terraclean in Bournemouth come to visit us today for two things. First and foremost, my A4 diesel, the old usual carbonated EGR valve, DPF, and the general Terraclean that I wanted Neil to do for me. My EGR valve has been coming up with some fault codes and I was a little bit concerned by it. Neil said no problem. We have a new sort of cleaning system that comes along with the Terraclean to clean the EGR valve. And he's been working on it the last couple of hours and has done an absolute bang-up job. The fault code's now being cleared. And yeah, it's so much more responsive after the Terraclean. I had it done like a few years ago, as you've seen with another video, and I just couldn't be happier. It feels like a brand new car coming out of the Ross, help me. Factory, that's the one.
Yeah,
it's
the
like
factory
reset, mate.
Yeah.
But it's done 114,000 miles, so this is the sort of car that does deserve to have a Terraclean done. But that was not the main reason we wanted to do this video about, because today, the person holding the camera here, Ross, has got an M3. Now, normally you think of a Terraclean to be sort of, as it mentions here, decarbonising service for diesels that get gunked up over those short journeys, and you want to have your DPF sort of like, you know, unblocked, so on and so forth. But no, Terraclean is also good for supercars, like an M3, for example. So over here, we'll get a Terraclean done on Ross's M3 V8 engine. As you can see here, it's all plugged in and we're ready to go. So Neil, we are having a Terraclean on M3. Now normally you wouldn't really think of a Terraclean for a car like this. You normally think of a diesel engine to degunk it, get it sort of unblocked and sort of a bit more responsive, but what is it going to do to a car like this?
Well, most of my work is on diesel engines, but petrol engines benefit just as much as diesels. Fuel leaves behind a coating on the injectors, and the rest of the system gets a coating of carbon, the lambda sensors, CAT, etc. The engine runs on these two cans of highly refined fuel while it's cleaning. Red can cleans pre-combustion, so that takes care of the injectors. Black can post-combustion, valves, piston heads, lambda sensor, CAT, and right the way through the exhaust system. So the car gets a front to back clean. Customers report better throttle response, lower emissions, better MPG. It's a great spring clean for your engine, for any car.
And that's what I just said. I've just taken my A4 out actually down the motorway just to give it a bit of a sort of a burst after my Terraclean to see how much more responsive it is. It really does make an incredible difference. Just the general sort of lag that you get from, you know, in drive or even sport mode is completely gone. The turbo lag, the turbo spins up a lot quicker. You're just getting that little bit more sort of excitement from it that you kind of miss from. I mean, it's a 2.7 litre car, so it does have a bit of a spring in its step, but even more so now. But we are going to take this M3 out after it's Terraclean and really kind of give a sort of on-the-fly sort of review on what the Terraclean's done. So thanks, Neil.
My pleasure.
Good
Thank
stuff.
you guys. Thanks again.
Let's see how it goes in a minute.
So the car's just been Terraclean, the M3. We're just about to take it onto the open road. Ross, how's it feel already?
Scary.
So that's a good review already. But it's done about 70,000 miles.
70,000 miles. This thing. It's yeah, it should give us a little run. Yeah. We'll see what it's like. This lady's
reckons it should give it, you know, as he mentioned on the previous sort of video there, that it's, you know, it's going to clean all the injectors, the piston heads and the cats and everything, so it'll feel like a more responsive new M3 basically. And it's an angry car.
it's a lot more responsive.
As you'd expect, yeah.
Traction control was just lighting up then as well.
Yeah.
It was, you know, it was struggling to put power down. But yeah, all in all, it feels a bit better. I need to get it on a safer road really, because obviously we did not break the 40 mile an hour speed limit there.
Terraclean M3 launch.
Count us down, guys.
3, 2, 1, go!
So the Terraclean, it really has made a difference in the M3. You know, these cars are really quick anyway, and they're great fun, but you know, just that extra, it just picks up quicker. It just goes like a ferret. Just like a ferret. Just like a ferret.
Ferret.
A badger. Bit, you know, it goes like a
Badger
really,
chasing a ferret.
Really horny badger. But no, I would recommend, you know, Terraclean isn't just for diesels, you know, performance cars, petrol cars, Terraclean all the way, baby. Terraclean all the way. Yeah!